Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fine evening of Rainbow Six Siege with Hydro League. Uh, game is starting at 7, so we'll get right down into it. The map ban links have been sent, and we will see what is happening. Right in time for the first ban of Consulate. Oregon has been added to the list here, so that will be played as well. In Hydro League, Ice Force sitting at number 4 currently, 8-1, and Voltage sitting at 7-1. So both of these teams really plowing through the competition as of late, so it should be an interesting game to see. And Oregon will be banned as well. That one was new, added to the rotation for the new season. Coastline will be number 3. Theme Park following with number 4. That's one that hasn't been played much at all, uh, given that there aren't many strats for it quite yet. Cafe, and now down to Clubhouse and Villa. Nice. Force will have their pick of the two. And Clubhouse it will be. Alrighty, and give us 1 second to get everything set up. And now we wait. We should be able to get them to queue up soon. waiting on the final 2 players. Alrighty, and away we go. And so begins the ban phase. Now, 2 bans that we will probably see no matter what happens is Mira and his name escapes me. We'll probably see him here shortly and I'll remember. Thatcher. Thatcher is his name. But the others are left up to the teams depending on what they want to do, like Capiteo, for example. Sorry. Allergies. It's that time of year. So we'll most likely see Thatcher here, given he's outside the meta, and it's just force of habit for a lot of people. Oh, we will see Maverick instead, which is super helpful to get rid of that Maverick tricking that can be done on the exposed soft walls that'll have to be reinforced on Clubhouse in the 2nd level there. There's Mira, like I was saying. And the last defender, we'll see who it is. Maybe Echo for the Plant Denial and his yokais. And Maestro for the cams, which is, you know, the bulletproof cams with the lasers being very annoying, also good for intel gathering. They can only be taken out by explosives. So, like Zofia or Ash can take him out, or a frag. We'll start in CCTV and Cache, top floor. The Thatcher will be brought. Now, this will be interesting to see, given the 30-second meta. The objective is to get the attackers to push through the last 30 seconds of a bunch of utility. And with Jaeger and Smoke, there will be utility around for them to have to get through. And Thatcher will be able to take that out no problem with his EMPs. Having him in play will be strange to see. And IQ also being able to help out that Thatcher, identifying where those electronics are. And the 6th pick from Mozzie to Valkyrie there. Instead of being able to take drones, Valkyrie can place her own cams. Useful for intel gathering. So they may not be bulletproof like Maestros, but they are very, very useful. Now this wall right here was one that could be Maverick tricked quite easily, being very annoying, which led to the ban of Maverick right there. So they shouldn't be able to touch that wall, except for with the Thatcher and Thermite combo, will be able to get in there quite easily. And that's why Thatcher is so dangerous. And the castle barricades going to those places that they can't hold, and it looks like they will have
10 seconds left before insertion.
maybe 1 or 2 anchors,
5 seconds left
and
before
then a
insertion.
few playing below. Given the floors can be completely blown out on both of these sites for vertical play. And let's see what we have going on here. Going right to that wall, just that we were looking at, so there is that Thermite Thatcher combo.
Device is going dark.
And that wall will be blown. And there's someone right on the other side of it. Bandit there, waiting to Bandit trick. Just waiting for him to place that charge. And the hole gets blown, and Textra will take down Knock. But no one inside quite. Oh, no. Camilla has made it. Yeah, Camilla has made it in. And Zakin will pick up Volong. Seeing someone on stairs. Lebine blowing that wall there as a distraction as the rotate happens. And M2 will pick up another. Does it with a refrag onto Slays. Not a refrag, but texture load downed. Duns are taking some heavy fire, and it's now a 2v3. Zakin with that verticality. Nitro Cell. Looks like it'll take a little bit of the health there. M2 with the smoke, and they're going to have to go for a retake here. As Ice Force has control of site right now. Textural will get another, and they're going for Diffuser. Lev being comfortably on site here in an angle that he enjoys. And Textual will pick up M2 to finish, M2 to finish it. Round 1 is always a vital round to sort of get that momentum going for you and the feeling of the game as to where you can push, where you can't, and feel out your opponent. So both of them sort of, I don't know, maybe a little apprehensive than they normally would be, getting a feel for one another. Alibi will be played Cade instead of, so M2 will not be playing Smoke, will be playing Echo, and Cade will be brought instead of Bandit this time. And we will now be down in Church and Arsenal.
Attackers need to locate
the logical follow-up to CCTV there. Now I'll be interested to see if they try and bring Thermite and Thatcher through construction, through that tunnel there, or if they try and go another route with them. Seeing as that's really the only exposed wall down here, they may choose to blow that for those two to make them as useful as they can be.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And getting those hatches reinforced as well up top.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
And starting from the top and working their way down.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Textual throwing an impact into that wall from the lifeline. I'm not seeing anyone. It seems like M2 has got a good idea of where some of them are, as well as Knock. And Zakin will be playing upstairs as at castle. And it seems that Alibi will get a ping. And Zakin engaging And down the hatch he goes, not wanting any more of that. And Dunzer, Volong will be watching service there, and Dunzer up and in, wary of those castle barricades, but knowing the castle dropped. Shooting the alibi is Textralo, so he will be pinged. With that information being oh so vital, having that ping is very detrimental to you and the rest of your team. Yep, there's the EMP onto construction. And Chris will pick up one onto Cameo. Shots going across the face of Chris, but not moving. Zakin will pick up one as well on a Textralo. And these two up top being a dangerous duo. It is now a 5v3 in the favor of Voltage. The only one really inside right now is Labine. And he will be taken down swiftly. But refrag will come from Volong. M2 will pick up one as well. It is now a 4v1, not looking good for Volong here, and that will finish him with a shot in the back from Alibi. Chris getting the final kill there, and picking himself up 2 kills. And back up to CCTV and cache. That being the logical site to hold, given that it's the easiest. We will see the same attacking setup here that we saw last time with the IQ. Castle, Jaeger, Legion being brought this time, and Mozzie not being 6th pick. Oh no, wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. Oh yeah, that was the end of the 6th pick round, so the Mozzie not being 6th pick to a Valk here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, I wasn't able to see last time if the bandit trick did work, or if they just abandoned it and decided to move on elsewhere. And Castle getting those barricades down as well. Slays.
10 seconds remaining.
Will be
5 seconds left before
below there. And the hatch is being blown out as well.
attackers are locating the bomb.
Labine with diffuser this time. And right up onto that ledge, as we have seen before. And the Claymore going down just for some insurance there. See if they can spot some toes in that drone hole. But no joy. And they will drone out a lot before trying to blow this one, knowing that the bandit's there, ready to bandit trap. Bandit trick. See, we'll take off the charge. Just waiting. Daring them to place down that thermite charge. Levine already opening up there, and Textralo off the top of the roof, opening up some windows, but no damage done. And in and down will go Zakin. Not really sure. Dunzer taking their sweet time. Dunzer and Volong taking their sweet time. Gamers will pick up one. Dunzer will pick one from the door, and the thermite charge will go down. No bandit to bandit trick there. He was shocked by Zofia there, it seemed.
Bomb located by attackers.
Camilla in. And another hard wall will be blown. Chris being the only one on site right now.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Seeming to be the only anchor, but he can hear them. It is now a 3v4 in the favor of Ice Force. And taking their sweet time here. They have 47 seconds, well, 40-ish seconds left. And the plant going down. Camilla will get away with that, and Dunzer will pick up one as well. 1v4, and that will end it. That is round 3 that goes to Ice Force. Able to take one round away from Voltage here. And there's that final 30-second push that you see. And we will probably see... Oh, we will see Gym and Bedroom this time. Mute being brought this time, so we have both Englishmen. And not a change in the attacking setup. Never knowing what they're going to have to deal with, it makes sense that they have a well-rounded setup.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now they will have the same problem here in Connector. Out onto that deck there, next to Jim. And as you can see, it's already happening here. With M2 blowing up in those walls, you can see directly down into bar there. And Thermite and Thatcher will most likely try and come for this wall if they notice, but they'll probably come up to this wall first over here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
That is the problem here, though, is having this wall and this wall both being soft and to the exterior, which means once blown, there's not much they can do about it. Looking for some tools. Visible along, and right into Garage's Labine, backing off there.
A bomb has been
Camilla is
located.
in really quickly with the LMG for IQ. I was discussing this with another caster a couple weeks ago. I prefer to use the 522 for IQ because it hits a lot harder and seems to be a little more accurate, whereas... Oh, and Labine will pick up one onto Chris.
Disabling electronics.
Bandit trick will not work on that. And right up to that outside wall that we saw earlier. Labine
By attackers.
in and on
Changing mags.
with Camilla as well. Down will go Slays. Or Slays will take out Labine for the refrag. But Slays taking some damage for that. And he will go down. But is not out. Camilla will pick up 1, 2. Can he get 3? Coming around the corner, spraying, and 3! Quite the round for Camels? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But, quite the round there. That was 3 for him. And that round will go to Ice Force. So they've been able to take away... They've been able to grab 3 rounds here. And we will be in Church and Arsenal, seeing Valkyrie and Cade come this time. Nock will be playing Jaeger instead of Bandit, and Bandit will go to Chris. We will have both of the utilities of Bandit and Cade this time for double the shocking, which will also help with the problem of Thatcher not being banned. Now you've seen Thatcher be a major player in breaching those exterior walls, and that's part of the reason that he is banned quite frequently, is he's such a good combo with Thermite that there's not much you can do to stop them. You can try and Bandit trick all you want, you can try and Cade trick all you want, but one way or another they will find their way in.
10 seconds remaining.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
5 seconds remaining.
Camera activated. Activated device.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Camera in position.
Moving.
Barricade set.
Camille's will go straight down without fear. Hearing some of that barbed wire. And picks up one onto M2. That'll be two onto Chris. Three
Attackers.
onto Zakin. Can he get four? That will be... Oh, Textros will get one, and that's four.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
This round going oh so quickly. They will already have control here, and Nock, the only one left, in a 1v4.
Attackers have recovered their defusers.
But that carbine of Jaeger not to be taken lightly. Down the stairs he will go, descending back onto site. And the diffuser will go down from Dunzer here.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
He's got to push to try and stop that 1v4. He'll pick up one, but down he will go for the final one to Kemia. And that is a 4K for him. Having quite the game today. Round 6, the final round of defense for Voltage. And they will go back up to CCTV. Though they have played this site twice before, and we will see if they can... And they've won it once and lost it once. So, we will see if they can figure out a sure way to fend off that Thatcher Thermite combo on the door of cache, or the exposed wall of cache, as they haven't been able to do before. Or, well, they did it once successfully, and the other time not so successfully, so let's see if they'll be able to cope with the method that Ice Force has figured out to deal with their defense.
New camera feed up and running.
All reinforced.
Device safe.
Bomb is done. Position device.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Nothing much different
5
here
seconds remaining.
that we're seeing. So, maybe their holds will be slightly
Attackers'
different.
objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Mobile cover activated.
Nock's job being just to sit there and wait for that. And Volnog already taking some damage. Or Volnog. And he and Dunzer will go up. And in waiting will be Nock to bandit trick that. Maybe bait out both of...
Holding concussion.
Special charge.
And bandit going down. Wall will be blown, as well as shocked to knock. Seeing a little, but nothing will happen.
A bomb has been located.
Textralo, pick him up. Quick and easy. Cameo, who's having quite the game. Not seeing any toes there. And Dunzer slowly taking the 10 or 11 melee hits to take down that castle barricade. And Cameo did get that castle barricade down and spraying down for the pre-fire with the LMG, but no dice. We'll see the Habana charges. Zakin will be waiting for maybe a peek there, but no peek will come.
Drone activated.
Get out!
Texture low firing
Bomb
one onto
located by
Slays in garage there. And Slays taking fire from two angles possibly. Chris taking out Texture low. And down will go Slays. And quick. Oh, Texture low meeting the unfortunate end of a Claymore there. And quick finish to that round. That will be round number 6 taken by Ice Force. And now the roles switch. Very similar attacking setup here, except we're seeing Jackal instead of IQ. And the defending setup is very similar, except we have Doc. Now we will see if that gets 6-picked or changed, but as it stands, that's what we're looking at here. We did see Smoke, Jaeger Bandit, and Mozzie, and they'll be going with CCTV and Cash, which we have seen 3 times before already. But maybe they'll play it differently. Having a lot of success, and as I mentioned before, the momentum thing. I don't know if I've mentioned momentum here. Ice Force having those first 5 rounds under their belt really can boost their confidence. Having the confidence that you know that you can pull off a win on the attacking side, that you can hit your shots. Odd, they are not reinforcing this wall on CCTV. And there it is. Just took a second, they were doing that last. Looks like they will be reinforcing garage as well.
5 seconds left.
We are seeing something very similar from
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Ice Force as we did from Voltage, except we're not seeing the castle barricades here on these 2 windows in construction and CCTV. More droning to be done. And M2 will be playing the Thermite here with his buddy Slays. And Knock and Chris are in. Jackal, no footsteps to be seen quite yet. Oh, and there we are. We have our first Jackal track. And that vertical mobility play as you saw through the ceiling there. Oh, down go the 2 entry fraggers from Textralo.
Defender is approaching a kill zone.
Device activated.
Textralo not finding anything. This will be a 3v. The bandit trick going off there. Just a little game of cat and mouse here. Back and forth they go.
Lights out.
And Duns are waiting from the garage peak there. And Volog watching that vertical sight line. They're still going back and forth, apparently. Now the holes in the reinforcement there are for allowing sound to move through the walls a little better. The sound mechanic in Siege is very complex. Having a thinner surface for the sound to travel through actually helps you hear better, as it would in real life. And it seems that Ice Force is taking no damage here. In garage, Dunzer hiding his head a little bit. But no damage taken. And in will come Thatcher. Down and out goes Slays. Texturlo will go down.
Defender has left the area of operation.
But Texturlo will get a pick onto M2. Zakin being the only one left. Taking out the Mozzie.
10 seconds left.
Almost taking down that Doc. Down goes the Doc. The Doc trying to stim.
5 seconds to go.
4. It's a 1v2. Doesn't look like he'll be able to win this one. And not pick up the extra kill from the down, and that round will go to Ice Force. So that is round 1 of defense going to Ice Force. They only need one more to take it here. And they will try it in Church and Arsenal. We've seen Church and Arsenal twice before. And the Mute going to Clash. Ugh. Clash is my least favorite operator in Rainbow Six Siege. She's toxic, she's loud, she's zappy. Oh, thank you. And back to Mute. It's just whenever I hear you Mulpit, I just wanna quit the game. Alrighty, and Goya will be brought this time. An operator we have not seen yet to my recollection, though I may be wrong. And he will be the one reinforcing construction there. And we'll be getting those hatches. And the pests
10 seconds remaining.
do not know if they've picked up any drones yet. Given that he still has all
5
three, I
seconds
think.
left. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now they don't have the ability to shock here. So, and it looks like they will be playing up top, having one anchor of Volnog. Now holding up top like this is quite a strategy here. Having the vertical play onto sites that they may need can also help them roam just a bit more than they would otherwise be comfortable with. And as you saw, Jackal's visor a bit on the fritz there, just putting that back up. Guns are a little worse for wear, but down that hatch he'll go to avoid that conflict.
Changing mags.
But looking a little worse for wear, taking some damage from knock.
A bomb has been
And
located.
M2 will be right on into that tunnel there, constructing the flash out, and the Goyo drawing back, and flashing himself. Our ears still ringing a bit. Mozzie will be taken down. Slays onto Camille. Labine down as well. And Dunzer will pick up Chris and Knock. It is now a 2v3. Good looking match here. Dunzer will go down. Zakin will take out Textralo. It is now a 2v2, 2v1. Levine being the only one left. Still watching that construction. Is he not hearing comms or? As soon as he comes around for that diffuser. Watching that angle is Zakin. Slays will pick up Labine, and this game will continue. Now this is the determination that you like to see from teams where they may be down quite a bit, having only taken one round in the first one, but still pushing it back, playing their hardest, not throwing, and believing that they can still win, even though the momentum may not be going their way. We will be in Church and Arsenal yet again. Same defensive setup as we saw before, as well as same offensive setup. Well, we didn't have the man, we had the castle, which is now 6 pick there, and we will have Thermite, as we had before. It was odd to me that Labine was still watching that outside exit. You know what? It wasn't actually that odd now that I realize it, given that that's where he was killed from.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Changing mags. You can stop worrying about grenades now. Unrolling razor wire.
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
Now, I wonder if they will still go as roam heavy as they did before. If I remember correctly, the only one they had left down low was Volnog.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb.
They had Volnog down below, as well as Labine in the corridor. Chris has already opened up into garage.
Activating drone. Ready.
Labine will be waiting below with that slug shotgun. Just chunking away, and will draw back, not wanting to be shot through the grate there. Just double checking on that Jackal's position, and Goyo is the one he has tracked.
French fire going in!
Not hitting anything. Volnog watching construction this time, pulling out the SMG-11. Knock onto Kamiya, who is having a couple of very good rounds.
Flashbang away!
Flash from M2, flashing himself yet again. The only one to have taken damage here other than Kamiya being Zakin.
Special charge. Stay clear.
M2 into freezer. Volnog just laying in wait. You can almost hear the Jaws theme. Da 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 da. Chris on the other side of that wall. M2 will pick up Volnog. Chris will take down Dunzer, and it looks like they may be able to take another round. Voltage being very strong on attack here. Knock will take out Textralo, and Knock for the triple onto Labine. A flawless from Voltage here, really bringing things back. But they still cannot afford a slip-up. They're still on match point. One more to ice, and the game is over. And Voltage knows that. They've been pulling out every trick that they know to try and give themselves just that much more of an advantage. CCTV and Cash will be played yet again. I think we've seen this 4 or 5 times already. It being the favorite site. I'm bringing the dock instead of the castle.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
That Voltage brought. So Labine will be the one standing by that wall, waiting for the bandit tricks.
5 seconds to go.
And they will have a reinforcement on that wall in construction too.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And Cammy will be putting holes in that wall over there. By Jim. M2 is up, and not seeing the shots from Bandit, being a little suspicious, knowing that the Bandit trick's coming. But Bandit will have backed off a little here. Oh, there he is, ready for it. And Slays will be up with him. Cammy taking out Chris. And getting that ever so important first frag. M2 going to place it again, and the bandit trick. Still playing a little game of cat and mouse. Seems Knock will pick up a kill with the lifeline. Not something you see often. And Slay's hanging upside down, looking into... dealing some damage to Texturlo there. Quite a hefty amount of damage, actually. And Duns are watching that door. He's got 2 below him.
Attackers have located a bomb.
He knows he's there, but not able to act on it. Not able to get an angle. Down will go Knock to Cammy, and it'll now be a 3v4 in the favor of Ice Force. But Texturlo having some hefty damage done to him. Duns are still watching that garage. Staring directly at that flash. Ooh, and flashes galore. And Dunzer will go down. Voltage getting things to go their way. Cammy, good sightline. Volnog will gas. Slays. And it'll now be a 2v3.
15 seconds to go. Bomb located by attackers.
10 seconds left.
Attackers drop the
Diffuser is down. TK?
5 seconds remaining.
Probably accidental.
Attackers recover the bomb diffuser.
And Ice
Operators,
Force
you have run out of time.
will take round number 10. And that will be the game. A well-fought game from both teams. And in the end, Voltage giving up just a bit too much in that first offensive round. Not able to bring it back. Mia having quite the game. Well, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for another fine night of Rainbow Six Siege here on Hydro League, and we hope to see you again later tonight for our game. Uh, and I'm not sure who's playing, but I'm sure it'll be a nail biter just as the game we just had. Wish you the best, and have a great evening.